One question we hear is, why does it take so long to count the votes in Pennsylvania? In Pennsylvania, election night is not results night. Let's look at 2020. Election day was November 3rd, following the same certification deadline that Pennsylvania has had in place since 1937. Pennsylvania's results were certified on November 23rd, and at final count, President Biden had won the state by over 80,000 votes. But on election night itself, the initial numbers that were being reported made it look like President Trump was leading, and that led to a lot of disinformation and cause for distrust or confusion. What happens is that the Commonwealth's partial updates on election night don't come from a representative sampling or representative array of Pennsylvania's voters. So they're not predictive of what the final full results are going to look like. In Pennsylvania, local election officials are prohibited from beginning to count mail-in ballots before Election Day. So the counting of mail-in ballots only happens on Election Day, and it happens at a different pace in different counties. Some of the larger counties have automated equipment for opening the ballots that help them move faster. And it's important to note that mail-in ballots are cast across the state of Pennsylvania. And why that matters is that the people who are casting their votes by mail-in vote don't necessarily look exactly like the folks who are casting their votes on Election Day. Different candidates can choose to promote or not promote the use of mail-in ballots, and voters who are getting their information from different sources and who have different lives may choose to vote by a mail-in ballot or instead prefer to vote in person on Election Day. And these differences can be really stark. So for instance, in the 2022 primaries, of the registered Democrats who cast their votes for Josh Shapiro in the primary, 43% chose to vote through mail-in ballots. Of the registered Republicans who cast their vote for Doug Mastriano in the primary, only 4% chose to vote through mail-in ballots. All those votes need to be counted equally, and so what that means is that as the counting of mail-in ballots joins the counting of ballots that are cast in person on Election Day, there are going to be shifts in the total balance of votes. And again, that's not evidence of any kind of fraud or misuse of the system. That's evidence that Pennsylvania's very careful system of ensuring that every legally cast vote is recorded and counted is functioning. So remember, in Pennsylvania, election night is not results night. And you may hear disinformation trying to take that basic fact and turn it into cause to distrust our electoral system. But it's actually the opposite. There are systems in place to make sure that every legally cast vote is counted, and that means that the process is going to take a little while. That's not reason for concern, that's reason to celebrate the democracy we have.